Top 5 largest banks in the world. Banks or banking institutions are indispensable to any nation's economy and financial setup. The economic functions of a bank include money creation by processing loans, settlement of payments, and credit quality improvement, to name a few. U.S. Banks have dominated the global financial system for years, but today Chinese banks are in the driving seat. 6 of the top 19 largest banks are headquartered in China, and 4 in Japan. Only 4 banks are US-based, and the rest are European. 5. JP Morgan Chase. Total assets, US $3,665 billion. Market capitalization, US $410.5 billion. Headquarters, New York, United States. JP Morgan Chase remains one of the most recognized and valuable banking brands in the world. It is the largest bank in the world by market cap and the 5th largest in the world by total assets. JP Morgan Chase is the largest of the Big 4 banks in the US. The firm, as we know it today, is the result of a series of mergers between leading banking companies in the US. It includes JP Morgan and Company, Chase Manhattan Bank, and Bank One Corporation. Its earliest origin of the bank can be traced back to the establishment of the Bank of Manhattan Company in 1799. It was merged with Chase National Bank in 1955 to create Chase Manhattan Bank. Then, in 2000, Chase merged with JP Morgan and Company, founded in 1871, to form JP Morgan Chase. Today, JP Morgan Chase provides its retail banking and credit card services under the brand name Chase. Meanwhile, corporate banking services like asset management, private wealth management, and security services are carried under the brand name of JP Morgan. JP Morgan Chase recently came under the spotlight after it acquired most assets and deposits of First Republic Bank after its collapse on May 1, 2023. First Republic Bank was the 19th largest bank in the United States by total assets before it failed. 4. Bank of China. Total assets, US $4,192 billion. Headquarters, Beijing, China. The Bank of China, BOC, is the 4th largest financial institution in the world by total assets. It is the biggest loan provider for individual customers and the 2nd biggest lender overall. The bank was established in 1905 as Daqing Hubu Bank, later Daqing Bank. After the Chinese Civil War ended in 1949, the Daqing Hubu was split into 2-foot Taiwan operations, which later became the Mega International Commercial Bank and Mainland China operations, which became known as the Bank of China. BOC provides a wide range of financial services, from savings, credit cards, mortgages, and insurance to wealth management and investment banking. It is almost entirely owned by the government of China. The Bank of China has a massive presence internationally, with branches in about 27 countries, including Zambia and South Africa. BOC has 2 major subsidiaries, one that operates in Hong Kong, BOC Hong Kong, and one Bank of China in Canada. The Bank of China Hong Kong is currently the 2nd largest commercial bank in Hong Kong. 3. Agricultural Bank of China. Total assets, US $4,919 billion. Headquarters, Beijing, China. Agricultural Bank of China, or Agbank, is the 3rd largest bank in the world and China after BOC. Although the bank was established in 1951 following the merger between Farmers Bank of China and Cooperation Bank, the Agbank underwent multiple restructurings before it took its current form in 1979. The bank has about 24,000 branches nationwide, over 320 million general customers, and 2.7 million institutional clients. In 2010, the Agricultural Bank of China recorded the biggest IPO in the world at that time, but was overtaken shortly after by Alibaba. Apart from retail and investment banking, the Agricultural Bank of China is engaged in global wealth management and private equity. In 2007, the bank was subject to massive embezzlement worth 51 million yen or $6.7 million, perpetrated by the vault managers of one of its branches. It remains the largest bank robbery in Chinese history to date. 2. China Construction Bank Corporation. Total assets, $5,016 billion. Headquarters, Beijing, China. China Construction Bank Corporation, or CCB, is the second largest banking institution in China and the world. It is also one of the 10 biggest public companies in the world. The bank is ranked third on the Forbes Global 2000 list. Headquartered in Beijing, CCB has approximately 13,600 domestic branches and more than a dozen international ones, including a wholly owned subsidiary in London. Like any other global bank, it offers retail banking services like mortgages, credit cards, and personal loans to the general public and investment banking solutions to big corporations. CCB is also engaged in private equity and wealth management business. To take advantage of China's growing banking sector, Bank of America bought a 9% stake in China Construction Bank Corporation for $3 billion back in 2005 and a further 1.75% in 2008. However, B of A sold its entire stake in the Chinese bank for a whopping $9.8 billion over 3 years, from 2011 to 2013. 1. Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. Total assets, $5,742 billion. Headquarters, Beijing, China. With over $5.7 trillion in total assets, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, ICBC, is by far the largest bank in the world. ICBC operates a massive network of 17,000 domestic and 400 international branches, the most of any bank in the world. It serves about 443 million individual customers and 5 million corporate clients. Due to its size, ICBC has a massive impact on China's economy. In 2022, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China was the 7th most profitable company and the most profitable bank globally. Furthermore, it was ranked second on the Forbes Global 2000 list of largest public companies. The bank offers a wide range of financial services, including consumer and corporate banking, investment management, private equity, and credit cards. Like the other big three banks in China, ICBC is mostly owned by the government.